Ladies and gentlemen, this is Solly's vlog. I'd like to wish all of you a happy new year, and I'd like to tell you about some cool things going on with my channel. So let's get into it. In 2020, I started a YouTube channel. Like most Americans and other people around the world, I had to go home for a couple of months due to the pandemic in 2020. I wasn't exactly excited about it, but it gave me some ideas as to what I wanted to do with careers. For the last 20 plus years, I've been a DJ. I've worked in nightclubs, I've worked in strip clubs, I've done weddings, office parties, you name it. I've done a little bit of everything, but I'm not quite all the way down my bucket list of events that I want to DJ. Anyways, I had some ideas about what I wanted to do for a career in case I never got to go back to the club. Told this story a couple of times, but I decided to do a vlog. Now, I like to travel a lot. A couple years ago, I went overseas and went to the Philippines, traveled around the world a little bit, got a chance to DJ in another country. So I had a lot of fun. But one of the cool things that I really started to think about from my pictures and some of the mixes that I recorded when I was overseas, it would be nice to do like a small little recap and talk about it to my audience and people that might be interested in this particular type of content. So in 2020, I came up with the concept of Solly's vlog. So over the last couple of years, I've done a couple of vlogs for a couple of weeks, then I wouldn't do anything for a couple of months. So I kind of been back and forth with my YouTube channel. That happens. I'm still new to it. It's 2025. This is my brand new vlog that I've been promising people that I would put something out, but I want to kind of explain a little bit of what's going on. So I've recorded probably 160 videos for YouTube. I started out with one channel initially because as a DJ, I wanted to cover concerts and DJ shows that I think you will find interesting. I also like to travel, so there's a lot of things that I kind of look at when it comes to traveling. There's a lot of national landmarks. There's a lot of things around the world that I would definitely like to take a look at and write a vlog about. That's why I started this channel. In the meantime, I decided to kind of split a little bit of my attention and start 2 other YouTube channels. So you're probably like, hold on, you have 3 YouTube channels? Yes, kind of seems difficult, but it really isn't. The main objective for me is I kept recording videos, but I wasn't putting anything out. So you will never know your true test of how well your videos are doing if you don't put anything out. And that's what happened to me. I've had video editors in the past and they've all done awesome jobs. It's just that sometimes what I have for a vision for my channel and what they have done with editing have probably been a little bit of creative differences. So I still want to do an editor sometime in the future, but I've recorded all these vlogs and the problem I'm having is a lot of my content isn't necessarily current or relevant. So to someone who's checking out my channel for the first time, they're probably like, 2021, 2022, that's how I shoot my channel. So most people will just put videos out, not necessarily having a time or date on them. I decided to do my vlog in seasons, just like we have seasons: summer, spring, winter, and fall. I decided to do it that way. So from the summer of 2021, when clubs started opening back up and the world seemed a little bit more free again, that's kind of when I started picking up momentum for doing Solly's vlog. The problem is I never kept putting out episodes because I was worried about the quality of the videos and the quality of the content and whether or not I would actually gain traction. It's one of the mistakes that I look back on and I think, man, I can't ever do that again. I need to just put things out and have faith in my projects. But I want to discuss a couple of things about my YouTube channel that you might find a little bit interesting. Number one, this is my first YouTube channel, so I know everything's not going to be perfect. But coming from a DJ background and knowing music and kind of knowing different sights and sounds with the career that I've had over the last 2+ decades, I thought it would be fun to cover DJ shows because that's what I'm into. But I also thought it would be fun to just kind of give people a different side of life outside of the DJ booth. And that's kind of how I birthed Solly's Vlog. Now, the problem is you have all of these episodes that I haven't put out yet. So I got to find a way to put them out along with current content. And I came up with the concept, along with the help of some of my other creative friends, to do a throwback series. So everything from last year and the previous 2 or 3 years beforehand, we're going to do a throwback series here on Solly's Vlog. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to put out videos. Sometimes I'll put out a couple of videos and some reels and shorts and kind of bring you some of the back episodes of Solly's Vlog. And then on Fridays, I want to bring you new episodes of Solly's Vlog. Now, it might be a lot for some of my audience members just because it's a lot of content. But the thing about this channel is I want to practice consistency and bringing quality content to you, the audience. That's something that's very important to me. I want to talk about what kind of gear I use. I want to talk about, there's several things. What kind of gear I use, how I go about filming my vlogs. Some people do a script. I had a script for this particular video. Don't really need it. It's not important. I like to be able to give direct eye contact and set up some things and make things kind of very simple and understanding for my audience. But I want to put the older episodes out. It was kind of my game plan to do it, but I didn't know when to put it out. I think Tuesdays and Thursdays are excellent days to do throwback episodes. We've already started with that. Yesterday, I put out episode 45 of Solly's Vlog. And so there's about 115 episodes that you haven't seen yet. So over the course of 2025 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to put those episodes out so you guys can kind of get a feel for what I've been vlogging about and kind of what I'm practicing. The second thing that's really important to me is getting better at doing better content. One time I heard Mr. Beast say, well, if you're going to do videos and do YouTube, you probably got to do about 100 videos or so before you actually get traction going and know exactly what you're doing. And I'm here to tell you, Mr. Beast is right. I've recorded a lot of videos and I've noticed little patterns in how I talk, my eye contact, using a green screen, some of the things like what resolution I'm recording in. Like right now I'm recording in 4K. Before I was doing 1080, but there's been a lot of limitations with me recording different things because I've switched computers a couple of times. But it's all something that's kind of culminating together for this vlog. And as I get better at producing better content for YouTube on this channel, I'll get better with my other channels as well too. And we'll talk about those in a minute. But right now is a good time to start putting out newer content. I'm here in the Midwest. It's super cold. A lot of the schools and businesses were shut down early part of this week because of the weather. This weekend, we're going to have more of the same. So it's a good time for people to grab their favorite blanket, get on the couch and watch some YouTube videos, especially if you haven't seen any of episodes of Solly's Vlog. So if you're new to it, I suggest you kind of catch up on a couple of things. But this is something that I've always wanted to do when it came to starting a YouTube channel. And it's very important to me. So I really want to do it. Now, I have 2 other YouTube channels. I have a podcast and I have another YouTube channel that's completely centered around DJing. I call it Solly's World. I also kind of started streaming on Twitch in 2020. And sometimes it would be to Facebook, or I think Periscope was one of the earlier platforms that was attached to Twitter or X. You know how all of these companies change names like 4 or 5 times. But one of the cool parts for me was I was familiar with streaming. So streaming is a full-time job for some people. And for those of you who follow people on Twitch, you already know about that. Or if you're a DJ or a fellow content creator, you know all about it. But I wanted to start something where I could stream occasionally, go live, and I could tell people exclusively about some of my DJ shows, what kind of gear I use, and everything else. But with the vlog, I wanted to center on traveling and things that people vlog about in everyday life, because I think that's interesting. So the channels kind of like are parallel, but they're completely different. The other thing I started was the podcast. Everybody and their brother has a podcast in today's age, but it's important to do something that's relevant and that you have fun doing, because maybe your niche might not catch on right away, but that doesn't mean that you should give up on doing a YouTube channel. I haven't. It's something that's a passion of mine, and I want to take my time on actually learning more about doing better videos and putting out more quality content so that people that are interested in my channel and my audience will have something to look forward to. So we're going to try this once a week or every other week and just put out videos on Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are going to talk about the Throwback Series, some of my earlier vlogs that I'll be editing myself. So I think I can put out a couple of videos. They might not be perfect, but it's something that I'm wanting to do. And this is Solly's Vlog. So if you haven't done so already, if you're liking what you're listening to, or you're curious about what else I'm going to talk about, make sure you click like and subscribe to this channel. We'll be back with a new episode within a week or so, but make sure you definitely check it out. Thanks for checking out this one.